And welcome all. Looks like we are live now. This is Alan Hilliard. We are live at Rams Park, or the Bluefuse Soccer Training Center. And I have a guest with me here, and go ahead and introduce yourself there.
My name is Dennis Dunn, and we'll be doing the game together today. Beautiful day. Great weather for a football game, huh, Alan?
It is beautiful weather out here, especially with this lovely fan I have underneath.
You get the fan. I don't get the fan. What's up with that?
Yep. Got to bring a fan.
Okay.
All right, but we will have a roughly 24-minute pregame with some interviews, talking with the Midwest Defenders and the Muscatine Riverhawks for tomorrow's game. And we may have some, people at halftime here. We'll see what happens, but we'll be back in about 25 minutes.
So I was a dancer for 20 years. We had a contract change in the show, and it was time to look for something else. I barely made it through high school, and I didn't go to college, so I enrolled in a 2-year RN program. I had no idea that I'd be able to juggle my family, my kids, a job. Sometimes I don't know how I did it, but I love working in the neonatal ICU. I get to be this incredible part of a family for a small amount of time. I get connected, and they feel like my babies and my family. I would say go for it. Just go try. You will find something new.
And this is Alan Hilliard here, and welcome to another fun weekend of football. The high school seasons have started for some schools, and others are waiting for spring, or they're waiting till later in the season. But we have a busy 8-man weekend going on. The Rough Riders have a break this weekend up there in Blair, Nebraska. The Bluejackets host the Kentucky Kurse, of course, after this pregame here. And Queen City will travel to West Plains and face the Midwest Defenders here. And we have some of the Midwest staff here, including some of the coaches and some of the players here. Can you tell us, about, the Defenders and things?
We'll start off. We're a first-year team based down there out of West Plains. We've got a good core group of guys that we're just trying to build around. The community's never really been exposed to semi-pro football, so you can imagine how recruiting and stuff like that would be hard, but halfway through the season, once the community's gotten behind us a little bit, we're starting to get a little bigger turnaround on our players. And, so when we show up on game day, it won't just be 13 or 14 guys. We'll have a full sideline to be able to compete. So, that's a little bit about us. Rick, you want to add a little bit to that?
Just got a bunch of local guys basically on our team that have gelled and got a good thing going at this point. Been a lot of work. Of course, the COVID has messed with us like it has with everybody. And, we had a big group to start with, and going from spring to summer, they kind of fell off. So we're getting back to good numbers now, and looking forward to continuing on.
All right, and something that that's been spreading around with the communities and things like that is flag football, especially the NFL flag football. And I understand that you guys have started a program down there.
Yeah, we feel that. It's the least that we can do to give back. The community already has great programs already established, like the Mighty Mites and the high school program and the middle school programs. So the least that we can do as men that play this game and are looking for the support of the community, the least we can do is be able to give back. And with our platform, with the contacts that we have within the team, we just felt what better way than to bring something down in the community like NFL flag. It gives the kids a chance to hone in on their skills without stepping on anybody else's toes. And we're not taking away from anybody. It just gives those kids a chance to build, and it gives them more time on the field. They'll also have a good chance to compete for like qualifiers in NFL stadiums like Indianapolis, in other places like that, Cincinnati, places like that. So we're looking forward to it. Our guys are really looking forward to it. They're looking forward to coaching some teams, and we just hope we get the community support.
Something else you guys have done last weekend or weekend before, you guys had a youth camp there with the kids, I noticed.
Yeah, we like to do a lot of those. I mean, it's just one of those things with all the COVID going on. We know those kids have been in the house, not a lot of activities going on. So it's the least that we can do. We got a lot of people that are requesting the camps. So it's the least that we can do. They're USA sponsored camps, USA football. So our players get out there. We have a good time with it. And at the same time, we're having a good time. We're teaching the kids skills. Shelby Barton, one of our captains, he's participated in them. Shelby, you got anything to say about those camps?
Well, it's really good to be able to get back to these kids, especially with everything going on. It's kind of been tough for a lot of these guys being stuck around the house. So anytime that we can get out and try to kind of keep the South Missouri rhythm going with football, we kind of got a good thing going on here. Got a lot of good high schools. So just keeping that fire burning and allowing these kids to get out, stretch their legs, and learn a little bit about football.
All right. And, you guys are, as I mentioned, at the beginning here, you guys are hosting Queen City this weekend. They're a solid team, and, kind of what are some things that, you've kind of adjusted to and some changes you may have made or maybe thinking of making to, maybe have a different outcome in this game?
Well, first of all, it's a lot about mindset. I mean, Queen City is a great team, man. They got a lot of great players. I mean, when you look at their roster, I mean, you see backgrounds, you see, what those guys have done. It's all about a body of work. And our guys, everybody on our roster, is fresh to 8-man football. So a lot of it, I think, is that experience. I mean, seriously, you saw it getting hit in the mouth that first time. I mean, we're ready for it the second time. We've also had a week to where we traveled. So guys know what it's like to travel, and they know what we can do when we're shorthanded. So we got a lot of guys that are going to show up, that are coming back to the team that were committed from before. And I mean, I expect this time around for it to be a more competitive football game. Again, like I said, Queen City's a great team. They got a great organization. Their players have played 8-man football for a long time, a lot of those guys. But we expect it to be a great game tomorrow. We're going to be at home. So, like I said, we expect them to bring it to them tomorrow, not them bring it to us. So, yeah.
All right. And, you guys, first-year program, you guys are showing improvement every week out there. Kind of what's the goal, say, maybe next year to work towards, improvement? Like, I know you guys have, some facilities that due to COVID, you just weren't able to use this year.
Yeah, well, first of all, speaking of facilities, we really hope that, the restraints are lifted to where next year we can, go back to the facilities that we had. But if not, Carmichael's a really great facility. We'll just have to get together as an organization and make the adjustments that we need to make, to be able to accommodate an arena football field. And I mean, not just to accommodate ourselves, there are kids also that play on that field. So not only will we be able to take a little bit more pride in where we play, but the kids will be able to take a little bit more pride in that. So yeah.
All right. And what's something like, say, a graduating high school senior this year, if they want to play, not next spring, but say the fall after that or something like that? What's the way, or even someone that, has played football before, what's the way they can get a hold of you guys about, participating with the team in the future?
I like one of the players answer that. Lance, are you on? I believe you jumped on.
You want me to take it, Daryl?
Yeah, go ahead, take it, Rick.
Yeah, we're having tryouts. We've already got our schedule set for tryouts for anybody that wants to try out. We got posters up at MSU West Plains and around the city, and we're gonna have tryouts to continue building what we've already started and get depth and get experience, and that's the shooting for spring. Be able to be more competitive next spring.
All right. And what's something that you'd like to say to, the people West Plains, about getting them out to some of these games that, are drawing good crowds already?
I'll speak on that one. I just want to say,
Good.
with all the sports and stuff not being able to have sports, and I see it all the time on social media where people are complaining about not knowing if there's going to be NFL football or college football or college sports. We got some guys out there that are local guys that you guys have cheered on before that have been grinding since August. They work just as hard as somebody else that's playing college sports or NFL sports. The only difference is their pockets. So come on out and check out a game. It's a different type of football. It's a different atmosphere. I promise you guys, if you come out and check out a game, you'll like it. You'll come back to 2 or 3 more. So just come out and support us. We're out there at Carmichael Field tomorrow at 7 p.m. So come out and see you guys.
All right. And we also have, looks like, is it Landry Randolph that joined us here? And we got, of course, Shelby Barton on there.
Yeah, 2 of our team captains.
So to you guys, just kind of, how do you motivate the players while you're out there? Because, at times, it's kind of, football's a game where you forget, you got to learn to forget quickly and move on to the next play.
Yeah, especially for a lot of these guys that just don't necessarily have the experience. The big thing is kind of just this 8-man thing's new to all of us. I mean, in this area, there's never been anything like this tried before. So there's been a learning curve already. But with some of the guys we're bringing in, they're new to football. They've been in sports before, but they just haven't had to deal with the extremely high highs and the extremely low lows. So kind of gaining that experience, like the trip last week we made to Nebraska was a big one. I think we showed a lot of character. We traveled up there with 14 guys and had some injuries. So, guys had to be put in some uncomfortable positions. But, for how shorthanded we are, I think a lot of these guys are starting to get a hold of it. And it's just continuing to lift everybody up.
And Landry, would you like to add anything?
The biggest thing is, like, the guys that we brought in that haven't played is they've been real coachable and have been able to fill roles that they haven't ever, had experience in and been, have really molded to the players that we've needed. And last week, even with us being shorthanded, they all competed real hard. And, it showed. We made a late push late in the game, and as long as we keep being competitive, they'll keep getting better and better.
All right. And what would you like to add to those kids, that they're, what would you like to tell those kids that their football season right now is, on pause, or, they may have been told that you're not playing till the spring if you're going to play, to kind of keep them motivated, in football?
Football is one of those games. You've always got to be ready. So, regardless of what's going to happen, you've got to be mentally and physically prepared for all of it. So especially with all this stuff that's going on with this current pandemic, nothing's set in stone. So, whether we have a season, we don't have a season, or you're getting pushed off, it's just, prepare for the best outcome possible, because other than that, there's really nothing that's just given. So, the thing that really concerns me about this entire thing is some of these seniors or so that we're hoping to get a chance to play college ball or something like that. It's, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for kids, but you just got to put your head down and keep going.
All right. And thanks a lot. And we will see you all actually on September 5th is when I will see you all again up there in St. Louis when you guys play the Bluejackets from Rams Park up there. So
yes, sir.
We're hoping the weather is a little more calm at that time because it's been a little toasty lately. But, all right, so we will see you all later, and thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, Alan.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Liza Koshy, and today I'm going to tell you a little story about my anxiety. So I turned 20. I had been moved out to LA. I was doing different stuff out here and having fun and just being myself until anxiety hit me like a brick. Mine specifically is social anxiety, which is ironic for the job that I have as a social influencer. Talking to a camera was something that always made me feel comfortable. Talking to a camera right now is much better than me talking to a person because I'm a socially anxious person. So dealing with my anxiety was hard, and I'm still dealing with it, but it's not something that can't be dealt with. I have a friend who opened up to me about his OCD, and it was something that was very tough for him to open up about because he had never opened up to anybody about it before. And I completely related to that because I had been holding in my feelings about my anxiety for an entire year. It just started this free flow of conversation between both of us about my anxiety, about his OCD, about these two things that we didn't know about each other. We thought we knew each other so well, but it wasn't until we opened up about our mental health that we really, really connected even more. Now we actually have a code name whenever I'm feeling anxious or whenever he's having, his thoughts. It's called Tiffany. It's just like, hey, Tiffany's here. She's freaking here, man. It feels good to be able to label something and put it away in your brain rather than let it become your entire brain in itself. Everybody has some sort of mental health to take care of. It is a part of your health. It's something that you live with, and that's something that you learn to deal with by opening up to people about it. It allowed me to understand myself more as a person, allowed me to accept that it's a part of me rather than pushing it off and saying, no, this isn't me, this isn't me. It's a part of me, and it's something that I'll always live with and deal with, but it doesn't define me.
And this is Alan Hilliard. I am back, and we are with Marcel Pfeiffer from the Riverhawks. And so kind of tell us about your football background a little bit.
Man, I started playing football at the age 8 years old. I was dedicated into the sport. Went through high school. I played 4 years starter down here in East St. Louis, Illinois. Got a full ride to Western Illinois. I started corner in 2005 at Western Illinois, which is in Macomb, Illinois. After that, I had one trial for the St. Louis Rams, which was down here in St. Louis at the time. They said I was a little bit too small, but I clocked a 4.3, 640 at that time. But at that time I was like 165. So I pursued. I did the Army for 5 years to try to get bulked up. After that, I just felt like I tried to semi-pro 11-man, and I got into the 8-man game.
And the 8-man game, obviously, there's some key differences in the 8-man and 11-man. Kind of how did you adapt to that?
Basically just practice and more repetition out there on the field. The 8-man is around 60 yards. The 11-man is a whole 100 yards. It's shorter, probably 50 yards from sideline to sideline. It make the game faster, man. It's 8 on 8 instead of 11 on 11. Make the game faster. You got to have a nice awareness skills, to be productive in this 8-man league. It's just like the Arena Football League.
All right, and kind of what brought you to the Riverhawks up there with, multiple teams are in the area. You could have probably went to several different teams.
Well, actually, I started off back about 7 years ago, well, in 2013, 7 years ago with the Capital City Outlaws up in Springfield. I won my first championship there. I've been playing this 8-man for 7 years now. I got two championships, made it to the big game 4 times. I lost 2 and won 2. I played for a couple different teams, and 2 years ago I had torn my Achilles in 2018. So I wanted to give it another shot. And Coach Mel for the Riverhawks, he talked to me and trying to give it another year. I had a productive season in 2018, 2019, and I've been with them. This is my second year with them right now. So I tried a new team out as playing them as their opponent. I see they was disciplined. They had a nice quarterback. They had a nice all-around team. They were just missing one part. That was a slot receiver or a DB. And I've been playing. This is my second year with them, and I fit right in with them Iowa guys.
All right, and looking at Peoria 7-0. Looks like you guys are 5-2, and the last game was a shootout within a touchdown. How have you prepared, or what's something you've done to maybe give you guys a upper hand advantage to that?
I mean, film study. We watch their films. They don't change anything. So we practice. Coaches make sure the guys in the right position. We tweaked our plays a little bit to make sure, that we in the right position on offense. No, we just gotta play discipline. I mean, the first game we played them, I think it was like 64-58. You know, in that game, the last team with the ball was gonna win that game. You know, we had we threw a crucial pick with like 2 minutes left in the game. And you know, when you play a good team, you can't have no turnovers in big games and big situations. Man. The Punishes, they came out and they did what they had to do. They scored on that last drive. You know, they're a good team, man. They fast, hard hitting. You know, they 7-0 for a reason. You know, they didn't make no mistakes in the big game. That's how they came up on top.
All right, and what's something, you know, a lot of people say that, you know, football, like the 8-man's different in, you know, Illinois compared to other places and things like that. You know, what are some of the, you know, differences that you've seen compared to playing the teams in Missouri, Nebraska, and things like that?
Well, Illinois is a football state for real. You know, we just small. We ain't all year round in Texas. But we got some nice ball players in Illinois. You know, I went to high school. We was 6A. We got 7 state championships. You know, I coached the Little League Junior Fly. I took my Junior Fly team to the national championship last year in Miami, Florida, in Merriman, Florida. And we placed 3rd in the nation over all the teams in the world. You know, we beat some Texas teams, some Florida teams. And I feel like that we got the right chemistry down here. We got the right guys, kids. You know, we just don't play all year round like the other team. But Illinois is for sure a football and basketball state.
All right, and what would you like to say to the fans to get them to come out or to watch the game?
Hey, this ain't the game you want to miss. You know, it's 7-0 Peoria Punishers, the 5-2 Muscatine Riverhawks. You know, we gave up 2 games. Like I said, we lost to the Punishers. They had the ball last, and we gave up a crucial touchdown a couple of weeks ago against another Illinois team, the Thundercats. But come on, you won't be disappointed. It's gonna be a lot of talking, you know, a lot of hard hitting, helmets flying, touchdown scoring, celebration dances. Man, we prepared, man. We prepared 2 different colors, black and gold to your black and silver and white. You know, man, it's gonna be a nice turnout. The first game was just a regular season game, and we packed the house. You know, this the game that really count right now. Second round in the playoffs, the winner move to the championship. We're not giving nothing up.
All right, and I will see you there on Sunday, and you know, have a good game there.
Appreciate it, Alan. This is Marcel Pfeiffer from the Muscatine Riverhawks, #1.
You can't sit here.
Don't add her to the chain.
It was just a joke.
We're not friends.
Why are you talking to me?
He started it.
She's so gross.
Lame. Loser.
Weirdo.
I've said and done things before that I'm not proud of.
Just as I've been hurt by others.
The thing is, this is not who I am. And it's definitely not who I want to be.
I don't want to be cruel. I don't want to spread gossip.
I don't want to be a body shamer.
I don't want to exclude anyone.
I don't want to make anyone feel lonely,
left out, hurt.
We have the power to be more.
We can create a kinder world.
It's not that hard.
We just need to stop.
take a moment, and consider others before we speak.
And before we act.
Be more.
Be more.
Be more.
And welcome back to the Blue Fuse Training Center as we are getting ready to kick off here. The teams are doing the customary handshakes and sportsmanship talk. I've been through those many times. I'm sure you have 2 over there. I'm sure you've seen quite a few of them.
Seen, been involved, did a few, yeah, so it's been a few. Scott Jones, referee today, is out there right now going through all the pregame talk, telling everybody here what you see, keep your head up, and he's also saying the Kentukian Kurse is going to receive, it looks like.
And the wind's picked up, but temperature is not too bad out here. It's cooled down a little bit, so.
It's definitely a little bit nicer right now, easy for us to stay without all the equipment on. Definitely a little bit nicer for us, but it looks like a beautiful day, and here we go. Kentucky Kurse will kick. They chose to kick, so that's a break right there for the Bluejackets as they get to get their offense on the field. Cruising hard gets to get rolling right away.
And these, as far as I know, this is the first game for this team this season, as they were affected by COVID pretty rough there earlier there, and they kind of had everything cut down. So this is the first time, you know, us and really anyone will be kind of getting the eye on them, and they got some size on them out there. Not a lot of numbers, but they got some size.
Right, and it should be a really exciting game. Both of these teams are both indoor teams. They both are indoor teams, so they're usually playing indoor because of COVID. They weren't able to do that. They both elected to go ahead and play outside. So you're going to see a very good high caliber of football today. You're going to see some big guys hitting hard, hitting fast. Should be shocking and rocking. I'm really excited.
Oh, I am too. It is going to be a great time here. We also, another sponsor that I don't have a photo for is Scott Neer Photography. He has taken some great action photos for the Blue Jackets. Check him out on Facebook there, and the Blue Jackets page. They will share plenty of those good photos.
Right, and if you're from the Kentukian Kurse, you can still go right on there. If you like some of the pictures, click on it, it'll hook you up. So no matter where you're watching from, maybe some of these sponsors can help you out, especially when you see his pictures like he's out in the middle of the field.
Absolutely. I have seen some great ones from up close and everything else.
Really hard to send his players out to the field right now. Kentucky Kurse going out. This is going to be a good one.
Hey, Lynn.
And the
You got a piece of steak?
looks like the Kurse will be kicking off as Gateway will be receiving the ball. For anyone that has not seen 8-man football, this is essentially football at the pace of basketball.
Brady Brock Miller for the will be back to receive, and number 4, trying to find his number, easier said than done. Joseph Jordan will also be back to receive. So see if they decide to kick it deep, and we'll go from there. Looking for a kicking team right now. You don't happen to have one, do you?
No, looks like they're trying to get hold of them for a kicking tee. There we go.
When you travel, there's a lot of stuff to remember. A little kicking tee is a hard thing to remember, believe it or not. A lot of teams forget those.
I bought a new car, and it is not as big as what I was driving before, and it's easy to tell packing stuff in a small car to set up and go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dennis Dunn. This is Alan Hillard. He will have the call for you. Sit back, get your Cracker Jack, get your soda, and be ready, because it's going to be some fun.
Looks like we have the blue and white footballs going on to start this game off.
All right.
Add some color to everything. As we were talking earlier, this field is a beautiful facility out here for a football field.
Got the ready for play whistle. Little onside kick. And it goes out of bounds. There is the flag for going out of bounds. So we'll attack another 5 yards on there.
I believe the ball, I think the ball starts at the 20 if that's the case, which it does.
The Blue Jackets will take over at the 30?
No, we're at the 20.
Okay.
Yeah, 20.
This is 8-man rules, so the field's all different. Alan's way better at describing it than I am.
Yeah.
This is my first one announcing.
It's 8-man indoor rules, so it's different from outdoor, from high school 8-man. We have a good handoff by the Jackets there. I'm not sure. Looks like that's 35 that made the good run on there.
Yeah, quick little handoff right to the left side. He saw a hole real quick. He hit the seam. He did not stop. Couple second motions there. He got through, gained 5 yards on the carry. Good first run. Good play call.
That's going to bring up second and about 5. Another beautiful run there. We will bring up third, and looks like about 3 on the play. I think that's 3 yards. It's kind of hard to tell with the way the markers are there.
3 yards right there, a little ground and pound. I like what I'm seeing. Just keeping it short, keeping it simple, keeping it easy. I like it. Coming out of the huddle really quick. Getting a lot of plays off here. Third down.
This is also a great way to kind of tire out that defense a little bit. Pass is complete, and that will result in a first down.
Quick one-stop drop, quarterback Ledlove just took it through it. Kind of a no-look pass, first down, moving the ball very, very well here.
So it's
Kyle Ledlove, the quarterback right there, 6'5", out of Milton University. Real good pass right there.
He's actually from Metro East in the Belleville area there.
Okay.
Had a good talk with him a while back about some of his football past, and he came into this team just kind of after college and took a break a little bit, and they kind of asked him to play, and so Ledlove will try to scramble out of that. He'll gain a couple on there. It's actually first and goal.
Oh, yeah, it was.
So that's
very good coverage there by the Kurse. Very good coverage. They kept it to where he didn't really have nowhere to go. And it was great. Brady decided just go ahead and take it up the middle. Was it pretty much a sack? Yeah, so there was a coverage sack, but he made a good idea there just to keep it and go down rather than try to force something that wasn't there.
And I got confused on the field there about the numbers, but we're actually second and goal now because of midfield is essentially the goal line on that end. Good handoff by 35, and he's going to bring a third and very short, like maybe a yard.
They go to bring it to 3rd and 1. I mean, I love the way he's running. I got to get his number there, number 35. He's running hard, keeping his head up, really rocking towards the line. I mean, he's controlling the game. I like the ground and pound. He just keep doing it.
So we got, looks like
they're all lucky to see that is.
We got 3 receivers on this one. We're going to have a keeper, though, and the keeper will score for Ledlove as that'll bring up a 6-0 lead, and looks like the extra point kicker.
Not sure if that was a play they called or if Ledlove just saw that, but it was wide open. He could have drove a truck through that hole. He just took the ball and went straight in. Touchdown, good call. Anyway, look at it, 6-0.
By the setup, it looked like a great audible there. He had 3 receivers lined up, and then he just saw a gap and took it.
And they're going to kick for the first time this year. And it is blocked. Extra point attempt is blocked.
So that'll result in a 6-0 score, and we'll be back in 30 seconds after this PSA.
If you've had the coronavirus, you've got a lot of fight in you.
And you're in a special position to help us fight back.
The plasma in your blood can literally save lives.
But we need to act fast.
Please donate plasma now. Please donate.
Donate. Donate.
Donate now.
You fought for your life. Now, let's take the fight to COVID-19. Go to thefightisinuS.org to find out how to donate.
Like on your toes or something, Tommy.
Oh, you're good.
Too much, whatever.
We are back here as the Jackets will kick this one off, and looks like we're going to take another short little PSA break here as they're looking for the kicking tee again.
There's a way to stop the spread of coronavirus. There's a way to protect others. There's a way to keep your family safe. New York figured it out. The answer weighs less than an ounce. It's not a heavy lift.
And looks like we got some field confusion here. The teams are lined up in the receiving teams lined up on the wrong side of the field, at least there. We had a little bit of confusion there.
That happens every now and then. There's a good kickoff right there.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Oh. Good coverage right there. By Gateway right there. Makes the tackle. First and 10 for the Kurse.
As the Kurse starts on slide just a little bit inside midfield, so that'll give him about 23 yards from their goal line.
They have not lost the ball. We found the ball.
So we're going to get a chance to see the Kentukian Kurse offense for the first time this afternoon.
Go, fellas! Let's go! Oh yeah! He's going to know a stance! Oh yeah!
Handoff
right up the middle of that is stuffed out real quick by number 21 of the Green Bluejackets. That's going to bring up second down to about 12.
I am adjusting the audio. Thanks for pointing that out. Hopefully
I'm not echoing anymore.
Yeah, I'm not seeing as much red now on there, so we will see how that works. But that's going to make it second and about 13 here. 7:30 left on the clock, with the clock still running. Field handoff. Once again, the Jackets are there. Number 34 was one of the people in on that defensive stop, and that's going to move him back. It's like, we'll say 17 is a good number at this point.
Gateway's doing a great job against the run right now. Sniffing it out. Looks like this will probably be a down for Kentukian Kurse to throw on this one. So we'll have to see if they show a blitz here or what happens. And,
now with the rules that they play here, there is no
blitz in this one?
No, there's no. Well, you can blitz from one side essentially.
Okay.
But you can't. But you also, there's no punts, so you either kick a field goal or you go for it. As I say, they do it Madden style of.
Gotcha.
Now, traditional 8-man, they do have punts.
The ball is on the carpet.
And that's going to be loose, and they're going to lose a lot. That's going to move them back. Actually, it's going to be on the 1 yard line.
Oh, is it on the one?
It's right on the goal line.
Oh, it is. It is.
So they are 4th and.
Forever.
Yeah, we're just going to keep 17 on there, but...
Yeah, like 4th in a week from next Tuesday or something like that.
Yeah,
it's really long, you know. So,
I don't have that many fingers and toes to count up that high, exactly. So...
That's what we were thinking, yeah, it's good.
This is a very bad situation for the Kurse as...
Quarterback back to pass. He's got a receiver.
And we have a flag, but we also have an interception.
But there's a flag on it.
So we may have a interference call on that one.
Yep.
So we're going to have defensive pass interference. So that will be an automatic first down.
That's the way you get a lot of yards right there. You throw it up and hope for a flag, and that's what they did. That's what they got right there. So they are going to get a new set of downs, going to start over.
And it is confirmed that's a reset of downs, so we have 10 more downs on the play. Not 10 more downs, but 4 more downs.
Well, we said a week from next Tuesday, but time flies. You know what they say.
Yeah, that was a good job by the Kurse to get that ball out of there on that.
It was. That was a great throw by the quarterback, and he had a receiver there for a second, but then the double coverage took over. They got a call there, so it worked out pretty good for them.
A couple backs in the backfield, one receiver, ball bobbled a little. And the Jackets are right there for a We're going to have, looks like a 19.
That brings up second down for the Curse. They'll come up. That was a loss of about, what, 10 there, Alan?
It looks like, I think that's, I got second and 19 right now.
Second and 19. This is a great facility. Like one thing we were talking about earlier, it's hard to get the numbers because we were right on the field. Like we were actually on the field between the two teams. So it's hard to get numbers allowed, but pretty much the whole interior line got in on that tackle right there.
Like, I mean, watching the video here, this is not zoomed in on the team. We are this close to the team on the sideline. Have a pass. We're going to have...
That's going to be a catch. Is that a touchdown or is that a first down?
I believe it's going to be short. It's like 4 yards to go.
So it's going to be first and four. First and four for the Kentukian Kurse. Their quarterback's throwing, man. He has got an arm on him, and he is hitting the receivers.
That is, I mean, he's one of the better quarterbacks that I've seen this year, you know, for Kentukian Kurse. He's got an arm on him, like you said.
Protect the quarterback. Let's go. Protect the quarterback.
Expect a run here. We got lots of options in the backfield. We got one receiver, but quarterback keeper. He is going to be...
That's a fumble out of bounds right there.
So that's going to result in a second down and goal, but once again, great defense by the Bluejackets on that as they're able to get back there and disrupt that play.
Right, and scoot him back a little bit, get a little bit of room to breathe, so good play by the Bluejackets right there.
Really in that situation, you know, the fumble, you know, really doesn't count for a whole lot. It just kind of goes out and...
Exactly.
Good defensive stop.
But the one thing good for the Bluejackets is the ball has been on the carpet a few times, so you need to get on one of them and go from there.
And
second down?
It is second down, and we have, I'm going to say, either another keeper or a handoff here.
Back to pass.
Looks like a pass to the corner. We're going to have... Good defense by the Jackets on that, back in the corner.
Yeah, good coverage there on the corner. Knocked that down. Almost got the pick on that, so that'll bring up third down for the Kentukian Kurse.
One of those things. I mean, you've officiated before, and you know there's a line of kind of what do you draw when defense, interference. What do you kind of draw there? I mean, I've seen people touch, and sometimes it's
I was the kind of referee that you almost had to actually mug him to get the call. I feel like if it's up there, both guys have the opportunity to catch it and go for it. That's how I always play it.
Because a lot of times, if it's like, a basketball jump ball, it's up in the air. I mean,
right.
It's hard to tell who's physically going after it and getting in the other's way at times.
Exactly. A little movement on the offensive line, so that's going to move them back another 5 yards.
That will be 5 yards against the Kurse, so still third down.
Still third down. But, one thing for the Kurse, the one thing they do have is the long ball. And so the more yards they can push back, the better for them because their quarterback's got one heck of an arm. So if you can get that fade back in the corner of the end zone, that's good for them.
Yeah, especially in this circumstance, it gives them a little more breathing room here to maybe look for that corner fade again or something.
Right. So that's not necessarily going to really upset their head coach too much on that one.
That's something, if I was coaching, I wouldn't be really too upset about, something of that nature because, it's just giving you an extra time to evaluate what you're looking for.
Gotcha. We got 4 minutes left in the first. 4 minutes left. Kurse goes to the line.
And it looks like same formation. Oh, we got a couple. Oh, they're switching out. We got twins on the right. And that's going to be...
That is a pick, ladies and gentlemen, right there.
Pick, and...
There's a flag.
Jackets are still moving here. Another broken tackle.
He's at the 30, 20. Looks like he's going to make it in. He's kind of jogging.
And we're going to have a flag in the back. So it's going to be, from what I just heard from the official there, it's going to be Jackets' ball, but it appears to be against them after the interception.
Okay. So we'll probably block in the back. I'm not really sure. I didn't see what the penalty was.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
It's hot, isn't it?
There's a lot of action there on that play, though. I mean, they did a...
All right, we are back. The Bluejackets will take over. First down, so.
Looks like either way, the Jackets will get the ball back, as still not sure what the penalty was, but
I think it was a block in the back, pretty sure, because right where it happened, I'm pretty sure that's what they called that on, but that interception just shows you do not give up on a play.
That's one of those where it kind of, we got a dead ball foul against the defense. No, against the
offense. Delay game.
So they got a delay game.
Yeah, they're going to call a delay game on that one.
Apologize. The switching back and forth, I was like,
right.
Because they're essentially in the same place where they were a few minutes ago. So we're going to be, they're near the goal line back there. They've kind of got pushed back. Going to have looks like a quarterback keeper maybe. Kurse there, but he's going to gain a few yards on that run.
Yeah, Ludlove just decided to go ahead and keep it. Heck, last time he kept it, he scored a touchdown, so he kept it again. Gained a few yards. Was that Ludlove as a quarterback, or was that a different quarterback? I cannot tell you.
Tell right
somebody
away.
Different in there. I can't see his number.
I think it was a different quarterback.
It is. Number 12?
Yeah, it's number 12.
I'll get you his number here. DeMarco Billups from Missouri Baptist. Here at Rams Park, beautiful Bridgeton, Missouri.
We are, looks like about 2nd and 10 roughly. Some wide open running room. He's able to get out. And
they were coming out. I was getting ready to show I can still run. I was ready to get out of the way on that one.
Well, whoever was watching this from home on a big screen TV, they were right up here, right in their living room at that point.
Yeah, I was ready to get going on there. I'm not going to get hit today, that's for sure.
It's going to be a
2:10 to go in the first quarter. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first.
We got a timeout.
We got a timeout on the field, and we'll be right back after these messages.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah!
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Nice.
And we are 1st and 10 with, we got a couple receivers going here.
Not much on the ground right there. They gained maybe about 2 yards there.
There's just kind of a little scramble underneath there, a little short handoff. But once again, it's forward momentum for the Jackets, as they have really done a good job of keeping up this, pace and keeping the clock rolling here. This is probably going to be a throw. Got 3 receivers. You got a sweep in the back. Jackets get free, and they are in the end.
And that's how we do in the Lou, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 6 more. Add them up. We'll keep them.
So that will make it 12-0 as the extra point team comes out, and That was a beautiful escape. I mean, that.
He did exactly what every coach tells you not to do. Do not go backwards. He went backwards. He came back, and woo, baby, he kept going. I think he's still running.
He had 5 guys right here's the 20, and he's seen them, and he just cut it and went.
Block this! Make sure to head up, please!
They're going to tip an extra point here.
So we're going to have the...
We got a timeout for the Kurse. You want to do a timeout?
Yep, we'll be back in 30 seconds.
If you've had the coronavirus, you've got a lot of fight in you.
And you're in a special position to help us fight back.
The plasma in your blood can literally save lives.
But we need to act fast.
Please donate plasma now.
Please donate.
Donate.
Donate now.
You fought for your life. Now, let's take the fight to COVID-19. Go to thefightisinuS.org to find out how to donate.
If you're just joining us, the kick was good there. That was a very quick break, but that will make it 13 points for the Jackets. And once again, another kickoff, as we should be under a minute at this point in the game.
All right, should be about around a minute. Ali Reese kicks the ball very good and does it there for her first extra point in the game.
She's a former kicker at Fort Zumwalt. I believe it was Fort Zumwalt East. And looks like she will also be taking care of the kickoff duty for this one.
And are we back? We are back. We're waiting for one more player for the Kurse, and then they'll be ready to receive. Bluejackets up 13-0. As Alan said, about 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. We'll be switching sides after that. Everybody be really glad for another time out there, as everybody's getting kind of hot. There's the kickoff, Alan.
And Kurse with a good run. They're going to get in their territory, as it's going to take the entire
Timbers are starting
line.
to flare just a little bit.
It's going to make it a 1st and 10
The
right
Kurse goes
there.
back
As
to their sidelines.
both sides are working at separating each other there. That was a good return on the Kurse side. I mean, he took the defense with him on that one.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he just took off right up the middle and kept going.
And that will give him good position on the 19. And this is the Kurse's strength, really, with the quarterback, as he's got plenty of room to get a receiver back deep in the end zone and kind of throw it up there.
Exactly. He's got a great arm out and good vision. See his receiver, good quick release. So he's a very good quarterback. They like throwing that long ball.
This is where you want to get, if you're the Jackets, this is where you want your safety to be aware of where his eyes are looking and want him to be watching.
Exactly.
It's going to be handoff in the back. And he'll gain a couple of yards on that.
Yeah, good run for the Kurse right there. Seesaw hole right there around the left side. Took it, gained about 3 to 4 yards, I would say. Brings up a 2nd down for the Kurse.
And we're going to have it's like a similar, I'm going to guess they're going to have the similar offense in the backfield again, possibly another handoff.
I would think so. I think they're going to hit another handoff, and then they'll go for that long pass again.
For both teams, a short little handoff in the backfield is doing well.
Yeah, the run game is definitely working well for both teams today.
going to be a keeper by number 10. And we got a flag on the field, though, so that's going to be right there at the line of scrimmage against the Kurse.
They call it hold. There was a holding on that one, so that's going to bring it back.
That's going to make it 2nd and looks like 4 plus 10 would be 2nd and 14 if it's a hold.
It was a hold.
So roughly 2nd and 14 here. All right, and that will be the quarter. We'll be back after this PSA.
I'm staying inside for all of our at-risk loved ones, my grandparents, your grandparents.
My friends and family, and for you.
We stay here for you. Stay home for us.
You need to stay smart. You need to stay home.
Staying at home, social distancing, all these things the CDC is saying is going to help us get over this quicker.
Every infection that we can prevent helps to keep us as providers safe, helps to keep you as a member of the public safe.
I am staying home to help slow the spread.
Do your part in making this go away.
Stay home.
In order to come together, we must stay apart.
It sounds contradictory, but it makes a lot of sense.
Hope. Tell them you love them.
The first thing that I will do,
Go dancing with my friends.
I'm going to hug my kids' teachers and tell them how much I appreciate them.
Stay home.
Stay home for us.
And coming out of the... Well, we got a little bit of a break here. I understand you're going to be doing some football of your own on the radio coming up here. High school football starting up for some of these teams, mostly out of the St. Louis area, but...
Right. Right, a lot of the teams here in the St. Louis area will be starting this Friday night, so there will be Friday night lights in some areas.
I understand you'll be broadcasting for the Troy Trojans. Is that what it is?
What's
Is
that?
it the Troy Trojans?
Troy Trojans. I'll be doing their play-by-play Friday night with Steve Runge.
I still have some plans to stream some high school football, but due to some issues with COVID there, the season for the team I was streaming is temporarily suspended for a few weeks.
Gotcha.
But we will be back to do some football pretty soon here. In fact, we'll be back tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon. So it's going to be a
He's got a
pass.
receiver.
And that's going to be just out of reach, and that's a dangerous pass to leave him open down there.
Yeah, he had a receiver wide open, number 4, right down the right side. Just missed him by a couple of steps. I bet he wishes he had that throwback. I mean, he had
Wondered he just want a little less, little less umph on it, and it's right there.
Exactly.
Now, for the St. Louis region, many of the schools, I understand now, are opting for spring football, which is going to, kind of change things a little bit in the spring sports season.
Right, it's going to change things a lot.
Because they're going to have track going on at the same time, and
right, a lot of the sports, a lot of the teams of volleyballs are going to be later, so it's weird. The ones that are playing, isn't going to be very many.
So it's a good thing that Misha is doing to accommodate, as we got a flag on this, but we got another deep pass. And that's going to be incomplete. We got at least we got one flag back here.
That was for a head slap, they call that. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike. And then the Kurse is wanting a pass interference down this thing, which they did not get. We have the penalty down here. A lot of talking going on right now, Alan.
Yeah, it's I've got third and 14, but I'm not. It's third and long. We'll just say that. Unless it's fourth and long, we'll find out here in a minute. Because the Kurse is going to come out. We got receiver on the right, couple on the left, and we got a back in the backfield. So this is most likely going to be another long toss, I would imagine, downfield.
Oh, you know it. You know it, Alan. The handoff right in the middle. Good play call there. I don't think anybody really expected that. A little delay.
Yeah, I mean, that could have resulted in a big yardage right there. I mean, if he would have cut through that first line, he'd have been gone.
Right.
So that was the 4th down.
That would be 4th down, so we're going to be turning the ball over here.
So Jackets will get the ball near midfield.
So the Blue Jackets are going to be taking over in a position where they can kind of take control of this game a little bit. So real crucial series here for the Kurse and for the Blue Jackets.
The Jackets, several of the members, Kevin Short and a couple others, they've had some NFL experience in the past.
Right.
So especially the receivers and especially the defenders, they've got experience.
Right, exactly. There's some NFL talent out here.
And Kyle Ledlove, of course, his height helps him out. That is complete to number 2. He's going to break free again, and that's going to be a touchdown off.
And that's how we do in the loo, baby. 6, all number 2 right there. I mean, he broke, 3 tackles right there?
He at least 3 tackles. He had 2 hands on him several times. That is
Brady Brockmiller. Brady Brockmiller comes from the Hannibal Falcons. 6 foot, 185.
Kyle Ledlove with his 6 foot, I think 6'5" or.
Right.
He is able to reach up, he's able to look up there and just, find that open man, and he's able to score easily on that.
Innocent looking play right there, and he turned it into something. It's a great play right there.
It appeared it was just going to be a little few yard gain, and he just got free. And so that will be a miss. So it's 19-0. We'll be back in 40 seconds after this PSA.
So I was a dancer for 20 years. We had a contract change in the show, and it was time to look for something else. I barely made it through high school, and I didn't go to college, so I enrolled in a 2-year RN program. I had no idea that I'd be able to juggle my family, my kids, a job. Sometimes I don't know how I did it, but I love working in the neonatal ICU. I get to be this incredible part of a family for a small amount of time. I get connected, and they feel like my babies and my family. I would say go for it. Just go try. You will find something new.
And things have settled down here as we're
kicking that way.
Yeah, the Jackets were on the other end from the first quarter still.
What are they saying? They got a guy?
So we're going to be back after this PSA.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Nice.
There's a way to stop the spread of coronavirus. There's a way to protect others. There's a way to keep your family safe. New York figured it out. The answer weighs less than an ounce. It's not a heavy lift. Be New York tough. Mask up, America.
And I believe we are ready for kickoff here as things are settling down. Jackets lead 19-0 in the second period.
And we are back, ready for the kickoff here. A lot of action going everywhere. Kurse has the ball. And he is stopped right in midfield.
Definitely have some emotions going here in this ball game as both teams are playing very tough football right now.
Football's always fun, Alan. All aspects, it's always fun. It was fun today. So we got a first down coming with the Kurse down 19-0. They did make something happen right here.
Yep. We have, looks like we got one short on the Kurse side. Some of the Jackets out there that are going, wait a minute here.
I'm watching more stuff than I'm talking about. There's a lot going on in every area, but so I'm not really sure what's going on here. I think they're getting ready to call their play, and we're going to be going with some action here. First down.
Looks like we are set up now. So, Friends on the right, single on the left. Quarterback nearly brought back in the backfield here as they will lose about 7 yards on that.
That is a good sack right there by the Bluejackets. That was a cover sack, good coverage by the secondary. And number 48 and 34 were able to drag the quarterback down. He was able to hang on to the ball, which was good. And it'll be second down.
Once again, same formation, three receivers. This time a pass nearly picked off by 21 of the Jackets. So that'll bring up third down.
That was a quick little pass, quick little slide over the middle, like receivers weren't quite ready for it yet. Results, third down.
Jackets defense, I mean, they are just quick off the line. Once they get going, they're right there at it. We have three receivers again. This is probably going to be it has to be a long pass. We got 17 yards to go roughly. It's going to be incomplete, so it's going to be fourth and a long way to go.
Quarterback was under pressure right there. Had to throw the ball into coverage. Couldn't quite keep a hold of the ball. So that results in a fourth down right here.
So as we mentioned earlier, the rules here, there's no punting in the single or 8-man. So it's go for it, or that would be like a 40-plus yard field goal. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
4th and a long way to go.
Blue Jackets are going to try to keep the play in front, try to keep it less than the markers say, and they got him under pressure.
And that will result in a turnover on the 20.
The Blue Jackets will take over on first down. So right now, if you're Coach Lenhart, you're just keeping your team calm. Tell them to play through everything here. Just keep playing your game. Go up by another 6.
This is a point where we should be midway, close to the bottom half of the second quarter, where you just want to keep that clock running now, and you just want to keep burning. So 8:30. So
right, and when you're with the Blue Jackets or Coach Lenhart, you got a very good running game. You know, you can pound the ground in a game like this. Let's take the time off. Let's just keep grinding it.
Time management here is the key. You just want to. It's like basketball. If you've got the lead, just play a quick little 3-man weave, run it out, and let the other team do the work for you.
Exactly. We got a timeout here, so we will be right back after these messages.
I'm staying inside for all of our at-risk loved ones, my grandparents, your grandparents,
My friends and family, and for you.
We stay here for you. Stay home for us.
You need to stay smart. You need to stay home.
Staying at home, social distancing, all these things the CDC is saying is going to help us get over this quicker.
Every infection that we can prevent helps to keep us as providers safe, helps to keep you as a member of the public safe.
I am staying home to help slow the spread.
Do your part in making this go away.
Stay home.
In order to come together, we must stay apart.
It sounds contradictory, but it makes a lot of sense.
Tell me you love.
The first thing that I will do,
Go dancing with my friends. I'm going to hug my kids' teachers and tell them how much I appreciate them.
Stay home.
Stay home for us.
Now the timeout, the Jackets, I believe, still have 3 timeouts. The Kurse are out for this half. We have 8 minutes to go still in the play in this first half. That is complete, and that is to 35, I believe.
Yeah, Lev was under pressure right there. He had a little screen set up right there on the front. Read it perfectly, hit it, picked up a few yards. Good play call there. I think I see a flag on the field, though, which I do. So one of the linemen was down the field illegally.
So it's going to be 1st and 15. So we're just going to have a redo here. Got 3 and 2 on receivers. That's going to be a long pass. And that's going to be caught in the end zone for a touchdown.
And that's how we do in the Lou, baby. Oh, yeah, now that was a pass. That was beautiful, heading wide open in the back of the end zone. Love. Look at what he hits, baby. 6 more for the Blue Jackets.
And that's where that height of Love comes in, as he's able to, look over and, sail it just enough to get the ball where it needs to go.
Exactly.
Because really, in that case, you either want it where it needs to go, or you want it way out of bounds. You don't want anyone near. You don't want it to go short.
So now they line up for the extra point. Ali Reese, number 13. I don't see a ball. Yeah, I do. There we go. That looks good.
So
good kick by Ali Reese. That's another point for the Blue Jackets.
26-0. We'll be back after this PSA.
So I was a dancer for 20 years. We had a contract change in the show, and it was time to look for something else. I barely made it through high school, and I didn't go to college, so I enrolled in a 2-year RN program. I had no idea that I'd be able to juggle my family, my kids, a job. Sometimes I don't know how I did it, but I love working in the neonatal ICU. I get to be this incredible part of a family for a small amount of time. I get connected and they feel like my babies and my family. I would say go for it. Just go try. You will find something new.
And we are back, ready to go. The Jackets are needing one more out there for the special teams.
And the Kurse needs 6. So they only needed 1. That's pretty good. Oh, they got 4. I'm sorry. They only need 2. See, I'm still used to the 11-man game. This is the 50-yard line. Yep. And that's where the players are lining up. I'm not even looking up here.
We will be back after this PSA.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad! Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
And looks like we are ready now after a good conference there. So, it'll be a short kick out of bounds, so they're going to get the ball at the 20. And looks like both these teams are wanting halftime to get a break here. It's getting hot outside.
Right, it's so hot outside, and it depends on how you hydrate. If you haven't hydrated all week, it's really killing you. These guys are dying out here right now, and that's what they need. They need to get to halftime, both sides, and get in somewhere where it's cool and get their minds back. Because right now it's hard to think when you get that hot and you're losing.
And I've been on the side of the ball where we were down, and we came back from 19-20 down, and I've been on the other side where we were up and it went the other way. So
right.
Things can go either way in a hurry.
Quick pitch.
Gonna gain a couple on that. Good job by the Jackets on the defense to, watch that and, get as little damage as they could on that play.
The Jackets' run game has been very sharp today defensively, keeping it to a minimum, forcing them to throw the ball, and keeping it, off the ground. So, doing a very good job there. And here they come back. That's one thing about 8-man. It's very quick in the huddle.
It is.
Very quick in the huddle.
And then also, the coach can actually come out behind him and then go back off the field during the huddle to give a play. Ball's bobbled. And
so they had him in the backfield there. He just sidestepped it very quick. Still brought him down. 3rd down.
Get a hindsight on his part to see that opening there and just gain a few more yards. So that's 3rd and 5. I do apologize if there's some language not completely appropriate coming across here. It is definitely not coming from us. The ball's loose. we'll be back after this break.
I'm staying inside for all of our at-risk loved ones, my grandparents, your grandparents,
My friends and family, and for you.
We stay here for you. Stay home for us.
You need to stay smart. You need to stay home.
Staying at home, social distancing, all these things the CDC is saying is going to help us get over this quicker.
Every infection that we can prevent helps to keep us as providers safe, helps to keep you as a member of the public safe.
I am staying home to help slow the spread.
Do your part in making this go away.
Stay home.
In order to come together, we must stay apart.
It sounds contradictory, but it makes a lot of sense.
Tell me you love me.
The first thing that I will do,
Go dancing with my friends. I'm going to hug my kids' teachers and tell them how much I appreciate them.
Stay home.
Stay home for us.
And we are back out of that quick injury break right there as he was able to get off, and he tended to. Both these teams are playing some hard defense. Right now I'm counting 5 players out there for the Kurse, so we're missing 3 of them, it looks like. Jackets are switching up a little bit.
So here's our 3 players.
So the Kurse came in with, I think, around 13, 14 players, so, their rotation, it's, they're starting to get in there where they're really needing to get water every break they can and, hydrate.
Yeah, they are very tired, hurting very bad right now.
So I'm going to look for a little toss right here. Instead of the toss, we have incomplete pass.
That is what you call some good D right there. It was a good pass rush, good coverage. Nothing you could do there.
That's a great job of just getting your hand in there over him without touching and just tossing the ball away.
Exactly. I guess would be about 5 minutes left here in the second.
I would imagine to be coming up close to that, if not a lot closer. But that was 4th down after that. So that's going to make it 1st and 10 for the Jackets. Looking out, I don't see, looks like we got number 12 back out there as quarterback. So 2 minutes to go.
So we got a 2-minute warning. Let's go ahead and take a break here, and we will be back with the rest of the first half.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad! Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
Once again, we are back. We have 2 minutes to go in this first half as just over an hour, so pretty good time overall in this ball game. compared to some of these games. If I seem to remember, we had one that was like 3.5 hours a while back, which...
Yeah, those are always rough, especially when you're out in the middle of the field.
And the game started at 7 p.m., so it was after 10:30 when the game was over.
It's halftime.
So looks like that'd be. I'll take that as a good 2 minutes, and we will be back after halftime for some more football.
At a time when kids may be confused by an invisible villain, there's an elite group helping them understand and be safe. They're fighting what's out there by staying in here. They are the Stay Heroes. Meet the Great Hygiene, expert at washing hands and disinfecting surfaces and objects. Dr. Distancio is a master of physical distancing and virtual playdates. And General Fields uncovers emotions and harnesses positivity. Your kids can become Stay Heroes too. Learn how at stayheroes.org.
Back. And we are back live here at Rams Park or the Aleutius Training Center. Depends on what you would like to call it there. However,
I like Rams Park. Beautiful bridge to Missouri on a very hot, cool day. Does that make any sense? Because 1 second is hot and 1 second is cool. So.
I believe I am still staying cool over here. I still have my nice fan that's keeping...
You got your fan. You know, you would think since I'm a visitor I would have got, you know, hey, you want this? No, I got to bring your own next time. So, yeah, I like that.
I did bring a chair.
You did. You did. So we're still waiting on a couple players, and then we'll be able to start the second half.
The Jackets will receive the ball for the second half.
And they received it in the first half. So they like to start that way.
We will be doing a running clock during this half, so if the clock continues to run, don't yell too much to the TV screen or the computer.
So here is the kickoff. Number 19 has it. He has the seam up the right side. Cuts it back to the middle. Breaks one tackle, breaks two tackles, breaks three, and he is out of bounds on about the 5-yard line. 10-yard line.
Great field position to start. Looks like first and goal for the Jackets.
So the Blue Jackets will take over great field position here. So chain crew gets ready to set up for for the second half here. Bud Love's back in the quarterback. So what do you think Coach Lenhart told his team at halftime?
I would say run the ball, run the ball, and run the ball.
Run the ball, play your game. Don't play into their hands. Pound the ball, baby. Pound the clock.
And I'm seeing a couple receivers and looks like that's going to the corner. That's going to be a touchdown to start this half.
And that's how we do the Lou. But we do have a flag on the field, which looks like it might be coming back. Nope, it's a touchdown.
Flag is against the Kurse, so it'll be turned away, or won't make a difference at this point.
So they're going to kick for another extra point here, I believe. Or not?
Yep. Yeah, she's out.
She is out there, okay.
Zumwalt, I believe, East kicker.
Allie Reese out to make another extra point here. Very good kicker.
So, we apologize, I forgot to start the clock.
You better start that clock. It's good. That would have been good from half field here, I think. Very good kick.
She's a very good kicker out here, as you know, her form, she just got a good straight-on kick, and
yeah, she does. I mean, those easy 1 points, and in this league, you get 1 point whether you run it or kick it, right?
2 points if you run.
Oh, 2 points if you run, okay.
So we'll be back after this PSA in 30 seconds.
If you've had the coronavirus, you've got a lot of fight in you.
And you're in a special position to help us fight back.
The plasma in your blood can literally save lives.
But we need to act fast.
Please donate plasma now. Please donate.
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 Donate now.
You fought for your life. Now, let's take the fight to COVID-19. Go to thefightisinus.org to find out how to donate.
And we are waiting to get ready for the kickoff. Looks like we are.
Nice kickoff.
Good run for the Kurse. He's got, looks like, the entire defense on him, and he will gain a few yards after that.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go there. It looked like it was very good hang time. Gave the kicking team time to get down and get coverage there. Great kickoff right there. Very good. With these short fields, if you get good hang time, you're out to dry there. You can't get too many yards returned, that's for sure.
Normally, high school, you're kicking from the 30 of your end, or 35, or
right.
And then you got a long way to go to get there. Here, you kick it up and it just hangs in the air. You're right on top of that ball when it comes down.
Exactly. We got first down.
We have receiver on the right, 2 receivers on the right, and 1 on the left.
I believe that was incomplete.
We're going to have...
That was incomplete and bounced into the defender, so that'll bring up second down. You could hear it more than you could see it. You actually heard it hit the ground. So.
That was a good job of paying attention by the Gateway, though, as they're able to, get a chance at it.
How much time are you showing?
I have 8:44
So about
in the
8:44
quarter.
to go here in the third. Taking a little bit longer in the huddles here in the second half. So at this rate, they might get 7 plays off.
Like same offensive set once again. You always want to look for that quick little handoff or pitch out of this also that they've been successful at.
Right.
That's going to be on the ground. And they recovered it. However, they're going to lose a couple on that.
Yeah, that ball hits the carpet, and it could be anybody's there, so it was a good job to get back on it.
We got the same, looks like this may be a pass possibly to the right.
Little pitch coming our way.
And fourth and about 12. That was a good job of disguising a pass for a pitch right there. And
it's bringing up a fourth down where you know they're going to have to throw the ball, either throw the ball or a delayed handoff, which they did do earlier, and they got quite a few yards on. So that could always show back up.
Well, I've seen some teams that have been brave, and what they've done is they've taken and, did a little pitch in the back, and
they got a player down. Let's go ahead and go for a timeout here, and we'll be right back after these messages.
I'm staying inside for all of our at-risk loved ones, my grandparents, your grandparents,
My friends and family, and for you.
We stay here for you. Stay home for us.
You need to stay smart. You need to stay home.
Staying at home, social distancing, all these things the CDC is saying is going to help us get over this quicker.
Every infection that we can prevent helps to keep us as providers safe, helps to keep you as a member of the public safe.
I am staying home to help slow the spread.
Do your part in making this go away.
Stay home.
In order to come together, we must stay apart.
It sounds contradictory, but it makes a lot of sense.
Hope. Tell them you love them.
The first thing that I will do,
Go dancing with my friends. I'm going to hug my kids' teachers and tell them how much I appreciate them.
Stay home.
Stay home for us.
And we are back here. We're going to be back after this extended break here in a little bit, so let's thank our sponsors while we're here. Looks like Players OK there. We got Relentless Fitness and Nutrition. That's one of our sponsors. The Days Inn of St. Peter's, St. Charles. Next in Go Janitorial Services. Scott Pier Photography. Of course, the Gateway Bluejackets. And looks like we are about ready, and looks like if we got a helmet out there in the field, they're going to have to...
Yeah, we're short quite a few players. A lot of them went off the field there, so I'm not really sure.
So we're going to take a break here, and we'll be back.
Everything starts out small. I love my brother. I know it's not always obvious.
Oh, wait, stay there. You look good. Okay, ready?
The things I say to him and the things I do for him are small and ordinary. But you see, the things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. A picture, the words we say, the things we do. And that picture, those words, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. It's not until it hurts, until it looks like a big problem that we can finally see it. And when that happens, it can feel hopeless. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. To take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I am a witness, and so are you.
And we are back now out of that break, as we got some, just the heat out here is really getting to a lot of these players and
announcers. Yep. More of the players.
Go!
So
it's fourth down and long.
And the clock continues to run. We are approaching 6 minutes in the third quarter. And quarterback.
Gets the ball away. Almost intercepted. Great play there by the Blue Jackets, stepping in front of the pass. Bring up first down for the Blue Jackets. Great field position.
Something in this game the Jackets have done real well is they've just, been able to get there on those passes and just deflect them.
Right, exactly.
The Jackets start out 1st and 10 on, not sure where yet. Looks like just inside the 20. We got a couple backs in the backfield, a couple receivers, kind of a good combination, little set. Good run by the Jackets, good defense by the Kurse also to read that play.
Yeah, it was a great read by the Kurse right there. They shut it down, didn't gain very much. So yeah, they fought through a very good block there to come up with a big tackle there. So second down.
So we have 2:20 left. Oh, not 2 seconds.
Hand off right up the middle. And he hits a hole. And that's how we do the Lou, baby. 6 more. You had it, we'll keep it. It ain't going away. Blue Jackets up. And here comes Allie. Allie with the kick. That's the closest I'm going to come to singing, though. Do you like it? Yeah. Allie with the kick.
Yep. But that's something that the Jackets there, just, that little handoff in the back, they're doing a great job of keeping up with that.
Right enough, so if the run game isn't broke, you don't want to fix that, because you win a lot of games with it. So.
I was always taught with football, the best thing to do, if you can run the ball and have a good running offense, don't change anything.
Exactly. Straight down the middle.
That will make it 40. That'll make it 40-0 as we are approaching the end of the second quarter. We'll be back after this PSA.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad! Okay, here we go, throw it!
Yeah. You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Nice.
And we are back to start the final quarter here after that touchdown. That made it 42-0. And the Kentukian Kurse is like getting lined up, ready to go. We have looks like all the players are back in position. Good run for the Kurse. And the Jackets are there to stop him after a good 15-yard return on that play.
Good return right there. Brings back to the 19.
And that triggers the last 12 minutes of this contest as, really this has been a good game. It's just the heat has taken its toll, and, with low numbers, it's really hard to, compete with that.
Yeah, come in here, man. It's still hot in here.
Got some motion, ball's loose in the back, and it's still loose. Jackets will recover it. He'll be down, but that'll make it 1st and 10. Or 1st and goal.
Thought he was going to scoop and score there, but you know what? That was a lot safer what he did. Just scoop it and go.
I've seen in games where they've tried that to pick it up and they missed it and they didn't get they didn't get it in time.
Hey, where y'all secondary? Put y'all secondary. Put y'all secondary.
Yep. So we have a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line for the Jackets.
Yeah. I'm on the ball.
About 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter, is that
Yep,
right?
right about 10 minutes, 10-20. So we're going to line up. We got 3 receivers, 2 on the left. We also got a back, so good job on the short little pass in the backfield, but there's going to be no gain on there. If there is a gain, it's going to be minimal.
Yeah, Kurse sniffed that one out. They came right up, shut it down right away, right after the catch. So
great job by the line to read that and fill that gap.
Regular season, we playing 11 on 11. It's the opposite.
All right. That's on the indoor?
No, outdoor.
Oh, outdoor?
Yeah. Fall season. Right, fall season. I mean indoor.
Yeah.
Now, y'all play fall season?
Yeah, they're indoor too.
We have a... So it's going to be kept, and that's going to be a touchdown by 35 out there.
That's a touchdown. That's how they do the Lou, baby. 6 more. Putting it up, never taking it down. That was the other team's coach. He wanted to put his insight on how it's going to be the opposite when you have 3 more men. So
I would love to see an 11-man game against these two teams here, especially on a much cooler day when you can get both teams going out there.
On a cooler day, but you know what? I don't mean to play favorites, but the Bluejackets, they brought it today.
Yeah.
They play today. They play hard. It's a heat for both teams. I mean, both teams are hot. And
this is
Coach Lenhart brought his guys in here and he got them prepared.
Yep. This is kind of like I coach cross country and even basketball when I coach that, and that kick is good. But when I coach basketball, I focus on conditioning. It's just run, in practice, 30 minutes of scrimmaging, because you want to make sure they win the 4th quarter. Because normally in the final game or the final quarter, the team that is conditioned is going to win that game if they're within a few points. So you want to be able to run and so it looks like we are getting ready to go right to kick off here.
How much time we got?
We have under 8 minutes now. But really, though, in temperatures like this, if you're not, drinking water and keeping hydrated, things can go pretty fast because there's a lot of training that's done.
Yep.
Especially high school coaches, you have to do heat training and things like that.
So basically what you have here is they get a good possession and this game will be pretty much over with.
Yep. And it looks like regardless of what happens, the clock will continue to run, with the exception of an injury. Kurse had another good run there as they're able to get through it. So, looks like my markers on there say 1st and 10 still, so. We are 6.5 minutes to go in this ball game as the Kurse has a chance to get on the board there. They're like 15 yards away from the end zone. And, they're 20. I didn't have my shoes off when I counted that there. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 2 p.m. on Alan Hilliard Sports, as we'll be live in Peoria, Illinois against the Peoria Punishers and the Muscatine Riverhawks for the semi-round playoffs of their league tournament. That ball is low. Quarterback still gets it. And we have one of those situations where you're looking at your camera and they are there looking at you.
Alan's looking down at his camera, I'm tapping him going, you better look up. I didn't realize I could still move so good. I moved a couple of times pretty good out of here. So.
Yep. I've done work for the newspaper and done pictures during football, and there's been a few times where you get some really good photos and they're landing at your feet sometimes. And
oh man!
Jackets were right there to read that play as they're going to lose 3rd and 25, I think is what we're at now.
So, the clock is rolling, and
about 4:50 to go in the ball game.
Clock is rolling, and here comes another quarterback out here.
Looks like we got 4 minutes on their clock, so we are right there on par with what they have going. All right, we'll be back after this PSA.
I'm staying inside for all of our at-risk loved ones, my grandparents, your grandparents,
My friends and family, and for you.
We stay here for you. Stay home for us.
You need to stay smart. You need to stay home.
Staying at home, social distancing, all these things the CDC is saying is going to help us get over this quicker.
Every infection that we can prevent helps to keep us as providers safe, helps to keep you.
We are coming back here as the Kurse are just behind the scrimmage here. The ball is loose.
It is recovered by the Blue Jackets.
So Blue Jackets will get the ball either way, and we'll have a 1st and 10 Jackets. Back after this 30-second PSA.
There's a way to stop the spread of coronavirus. There's a way to protect others. There's a way to keep your family safe. New York figured it out. The answer weighs less than an ounce. It's not a heavy lift. Be New York tough. Mask up, America.
So we are coming out. We have down to the very end of this game, so I believe a couple runs and this game will be over, as Jackets will come away with a win here in this very humid game, as that turf is probably, probably feels like 110 degrees outside. High snap, good run, and he's going to gain not quite a first down. He's going to be close, second and about 1. So we have, looks like we're down to the last couple plays here, as I have 1:40 on the clock. We're going to have a timeout called by the Jackets, so we'll be back after this PSA.
If you've had the coronavirus, you've got a lot of fight in you.
And you're in a special position to help us fight back.
The plasma in your blood can literally save lives.
But we need to act fast.
Please donate plasma now. Please donate.
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 Donate now.
You fought for your life. Now, let's take the fight to COVID-19. Go to thefightisinuS.org to find out how to donate.
Yep. We are back. And guess what? Alley in the kick. We're going to kick it, maybe field goal. Should be the last play, right?
But yeah, we're under 40 seconds now, so it's going to keep running no matter what. So
this is a live ball. It is blocked. He's got it. They can run that ball. And he is out of bounds. That's the ball game.
End it, as the clock will run out, and we will go to a final score of 47-0 here from the Bluejackets Training Center in Rams Park. So thank you for watching, and
Alan, thanks for having me today.
Not a problem there. I'm sure I will see you later. All right, and have a great night.
There's a way to stop the spread of coronavirus. There's a way to protect others. There's a way to keep your family safe. New York figured it out. The answer weighs less than an ounce. It's not a heavy lift. Be New York tough. Mask up, America.